This is Ijoma O'Neil again, and this morning I have something for you. I want to thank you for the comments, the shares, and the likes, but let's go straight into it. Who should I marry? This is a reverberating question in the heart of many people, because the biggest source of pains in the lives of people is relationship, and marriage in particular. It's amazing that every relationship that ends up in divorce once started out in love, letting us know that just loving someone is not good enough reason why you should marry them, because you can love someone and not be able to live with them. And so it's very important that you understand that the context of marriage is meant for interdependence, which means it requires that the two individuals who get into marriage should be independent people, so that when they get into an interdependent situation like marriage, they can exchange strengths and manage their weaknesses. But that's not what we observe. There's a high rate of divorce in the world, and particularly in the church. It's climbing up the ladder even to the clergy. But you see, why do marriages fail? Primarily, marriages fail because of selfishness. Now, you must realize this. Who should I marry? That's the original question I asked. For the man, you should marry someone who's teachable. I'm not saying that you shouldn't love them, but love is not the most concrete reason why you should marry someone, because I'm assuming you have a life, and your role in marriage is to lead someone. And even if you marry someone and you can't lead them, maybe because there are good reasons why you can't lead them, you probably think you don't know what you're doing, whatever that is. If the person is teachable, then it means that they can adapt to that situation appropriately. So for the man, who should you marry? Someone who's teachable. Someone who's teachable. For the woman, who should I marry? Someone who can lead me. Someone who can lead me. Not just someone who has a job, somebody who has money, somebody who provides security and all of that. You see, if someone can lead you, it means that there will be room in that relationship for your growth. Because really, when two people come together, no one's purpose is marriage. Don't make that mistake. Nobody's purpose is marriage. Marriage is for life, but life is not for marriage. So if you have to choose between the two, I hope you never get to make that choice. If you have to choose between the two, better choose your life, not marriage. You see, some people have to get to the point where they have to make that tough choice. But you can save yourself all of that problem if you understand from the beginning what you're getting into. So for a man, you may love a woman, you may like her intellect, all of that. When you get into the real marriage situation, her face, her beauty will not help the situation. Her bank account will not help the situation. What will help two people working together in that relationship is your role as a man, which is that of leadership. If you don't have a teachable wife, you are going to get into problem. Sometimes people divorce who two of them are not in themselves bad, but they're not good for each other. So for the woman, be very careful. Marry someone who can lead you. And I'm assuming by saying that you know where you're going. And secondly, for the man, you must marry someone who is teachable. If you make this the very foundation upon which you make other choices, which are also very important choices, that you share the same foundation of faith, that you have you are going in the same direction in life, and that's vision. And thirdly, that you have mutual respect for one another. And finally, there is chemistry. You see, the chemistry part, which is supposed to be the icing on the cake, overshadows people's art, and it becomes the main point upon which they make their decision. Most women marry a guy who yields to them at the beginning of the relationship, and at the end of the day, they are angry the guy changes. Well, you married a boy you could control. And now, this boy you could control, when you get into a relationship, he becomes a son in your house. He doesn't go to work, he doesn't do anything, and you're angry at it. But it's the same reason for which you chose him in the first place. Let me say this to you. Before marriage, the relationship revolves around the woman, because she's the one who has to make the choice. The man is asking, but she has to confirm that. But after marriage, the relationship revolves around the man. It does. So a guy who comes into your life acting like he's a nice guy, once he is married, he's going to stick his head up and try to be the man. And many times women will say he has changed. And that's because when you should have been looking at the beginning before marriage for leadership, you were looking for someone that you could manipulate. And now both of you have schemed yourself into a relationship, and you can't play your roles properly. Well, there's so much I could say about this, but I want to stop here. And I want to add a voice to it. God bless you.